Hello friends, Namaskaram. Today I am going to explain the protocol of section 4 and section 5 of Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. The protocol is quite important because whenever we are going to be tried for BNS, that is called Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, then BNSS is enough. But whenever we are going to be tried under the special law, in absence of any protocol, what protocol will be followed? Whether BNSS would be applicable or any other special rules and regulation would be applicable. To remove all the conflicts, we have to study section 4 and section 5 of BNSS smoothly and effectively. I request all of you to maintain a notebook so that you could maintain your information in the recorded format. Now please open the Barrett. We will study section 4 subclause 1. Simply it says all the offences under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is basically a penal code which define the offence and also provide the punishment for it. In case liability is to be determined, we have to consider the protocol of BNS. So simply it says all the offences under BNS. And now the important question arises about the term offence, for which we have to study section 2 subclause Q of Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. It simply says any act or omission made punishable by BNS or by any other law for the time being in force. Apart from that, it says shall be. Shall means imperative. Means the protocol is to be followed without any excuse. The protocol is regarding the investigation, inquiry and trial and other proceedings. So simply it says shall be investigated, inquired into, tried or otherwise dealt with according to the provisions herein after contained. So in a simple word, we could say that all the proceeding concerning with the investigation, inquiry or trial of BNS is required to be governed by the protocol of Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. In addition to this, we have to understand the concept of investigation and inquiry, for which we have to study section 2 subclause L and section 2 subclause K. Inquiry means every inquiry other than a trial conducted under BNSS by a magistrate or by the court. The said subsection correspond to section 2 subclause Z of CRPC. And apart from that, investigation means all the proceeding under BNSS for the collection of evidence by the police official or by any other person authorized by magistrate in this behalf. Please be noted, it shall not include the term magistrate. To be noted that there is an explanation which says where any of the provision of special act, for example, Prevention of Corruption Act, are inconsistent with the provision of BNSS, the provision of special act will prevail. To be noted that the subsection correspond to section 2 subclause H of CRPC. So we could say that if there is a specific protocol in the special act, that will prevail over BNSS. Apart from that, we have to study section 4 subclause 2 that says all the offences under any other law for the time being in force. Means the offences other than the offences defined under BN. For example, having an offence defined as per the Protocol of Prevention of Corruption Act or NDPS Act. In that scenario, they are required to be investigated, inquired into, tried and otherwise dealt with as per the Protocol of BNSS, but subject to any enactment for the time being in force regulating the manner or place of investigation, inquiry, trial or otherwise dealing with such offences. The said subsection is also correspond to section 4 of CRPC 1973. So we could say that all the offences under any other specific law is required to be investigated, inquired into, tried, otherwise dealt with according to the provision of BNSS, but if there is specific provision in that enactment, in that scenario, it is required to be governed by that protocol concerning the manner or place of investigation, inquiry or trial, otherwise the protocol of BNSS would be applicable. Now we have to study section 5 of BNSS that simply says Nothing contained in the Sanhita shall, in the absence of specific provision to the contrary, affect any special or local law for the time being in force. Means the special law will prevail. The protocol of BNSS would not affect the special law. But the key point is that there is a requirement of specific provision to the contrary. If they are absent in that scenario, even though there is contrary position in the Sanhita, it will not affect the special or local law. If it is to be affected, there is a need of specific provision. And apart from that, it will not affect any special jurisdiction or power conferred or special form of process prescribed by any other law for the time being in force. The said section corresponds to section 5 of CRPC 1973. So in nutshell, we could say that all the proceedings concerning the trial, investigation or inquiry shall be governed by BNSS, and if there is a protocol in the special law, that will prevail, and if there is inconsistency, the protocol of special law will prevail, and apart from that, in order to affect the jurisdiction of that special law, there must be the insertion of specific protocol or process or provision to the contrary in the Sanhita, otherwise it will not affect as per the protocol of section 5 of BNSS. So I think I am totally able to cause all of you to understand the basis of section 4 and section 5 of BNSS. In case of any query, you may write your query in the comment box. I will try my best to answer the same. See you in the next video. Till then, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.